Hello everybody, QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I am back today with another episode of Hustle Castle. Today we are going to cover a new set, or at least a new set to me. We're going to cover the Eclipse set. So that will be the whole goal of this entire video, that and explaining where I've been and what's been going on lately. So I do apologize for the very long break. I took a break in pretty much all the games I covered. Things were kind of hectic before the holidays came around, and then during the holidays I wasn't working and busy time with the family, and then we had all the events going on with this game and all the other games that I cover. So it's everything I could do just to try to participate in the games. And then after the holidays, everybody got sick, including myself, and today's the first day I feel somewhat normal again. So and today is also the last day for me to cover this set, which I will talk more about that in a little bit. So given that, I did not do a whole lot of preparation, so we're going to kind of be flying by our seat of our pants here and trying to figure this out as we go. But we're going to cover the Eclipse set, do some testing, and see if it's really worth it or not. Before I get into that, real quick shout out to all those supporting the channel. Thank you to Stacy Turner, who has been supporting through YouTube memberships, and thank you to Fwapp for your memberships on Buy Me a Coffee. If anybody's interested, you can see that, see the details down below in the ticker or also in the description of this video. Thank you guys for your support. I very much appreciate that. And while I'm doing that, I might as well give a quick shout out to my Discord server as well. Also, you can see that in the description or down below in the ticker. It's a place where it covers all the games that I currently cover. Shelter War, Zero City, American Dad, Apocalypse Soon, and of course Hustle Castle. And we got different groups for different discussions, lots of strategy tips and things like that. So if you're looking for a place to be, that is a good one to join. We have a lot of people there, and the more questions asked, the more activity. Obviously, the more people put in, the better the community is. So definitely looking for new memberships and more active participants. So check that out if that's something you're interested in. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this set. Where is my, there we go, right there. My Oracle, who is currently converted into an Eclipse. This set was given to me by the game itself. Hustle Castle gave me all of these pieces. I didn't actually earn them. And they are on temporary loan, and they are going to be going away shortly. Probably within the next couple hours, actually. I'm hoping it doesn't go in the middle of this video, because that would really stink. So thank you very much, Hustle Castle, for letting me check this out and letting me test it. Like I said, these will be going back, so I didn't actually get them, but the goal is for us to figure out if it's actually worth the time and investment you need to get this set going, because obviously it takes some work. Before we do that, let's just go ahead and take a look. I'm pretty sure, let's go into our clan territories here, and then we'll go into the store, and here. And down here we see what we need to craft. Of course, I should have looked at the crafting, but we'll look at all that right there so we can see what it is. Those are the items. It doesn't tell us what set it is for until you go to the crafting area, which I should have done first. So let's just do that. So let's go ahead and apparently I just did something here recently. Don't want another one of those. All right, so let's go to our Eclipse right here. If we want to craft one, there's the items that we need. Expedition store, participation in expeditions. All right, I was looking in the wrong spot. So you got to do active expeditions, which I have not done any of. They have made expeditions a bit easier these days. You get to them by groups of 2 now. So now would probably be the time for me to check it out. But it does require you to be online at certain times, and that is where a lot of the challenges come in for me. So here we go. You see some items there that we needed, so you can buy them here as you do expeditions, and then obviously you build that set slowly over time. So what do we get with this Eclipse set? Click on it. We got 6 of 6, everything going on here. Once in a while, it gives 3 allies with the lowest health shields, blocking 40% for 5 seconds. Restores own health by 20% of the damage blocked by shields. So all the people that have shields are going to be giving restoration to myself as the Eclipse owner. Once in a while, the Eclipse attack causes an explosion, stunning all the enemies for 1 second. That's huge. Dealing them 40,000 damage over 5 seconds. Restores 10,000 health for each enemy affected by the explosion for 5 seconds. Wow. It also restores 10,000 health for 5 seconds to the number of allies equal to the number of enemies affected by the explosion. I mean, 10,000 is not tons, but it's for each ally. So, I mean, that could be up to, 50,000. Probably not that much most of the time, but you know, it could be a fair amount. So additionally, the fighter's physical armor value increases by 30% for 5 seconds. After the explosion, all allied fighters receive shields that block 60% of the damage. Lasts for 5 seconds. Eclipse restores own health by 20% of the damage blocked by shields. So obviously this is a good defensive unit. They're not going to do tons of damage. I mean, their main I guess benefit is going to be helping support the team. So I wonder if this means people are losing Darkulas and replacing them with an Eclipse. One quick and easy way to check that out would be, oops, wrong spot, would be to go check to see what the top players are doing. I haven't looked at this recently, but I did see a lot of people running Eclipses earlier, so I assume that would still be the case. Let's just go ahead and take a quick look. I mean, everybody on the top has very fancy setups now, so you don't know. That's certainly not it. Oh, that is it. So top player is running an Eclipse. All right, that's not even all. It is a full Eclipse. Okay. So it's a defensive person who is a tank. That's interesting. Plus, you know, in addition to all of that other stuff we read about the set, you know, you're running a tank weapon, and this one has stunning usually, so you're running a big stun on there as well. So, okay, I am seeing that as a little more useful. I was for some reason thinking that was coming from somebody in the middle, but I guess we got a tank out front, even better. All right, let's go check one more person just to verify that all the top people are using it. Obviously, 2 does not mean all, but you know, you get my point. Well, he's got 2 people out there now. I guess if you get 8-person arena or squad, you can have an extra person out there. I wasn't aware of that. All right, let's see what we got everything. So we got a 2-4 Darkula here with Paladin. That's, you know, obviously normal. Incinerator, obviously. There's our Eclipse again, and running with a good stun. No, we got the crushing blow on that one. Okay, good damage. Cultist weapon. I haven't even seen that one. We'll have to look into that one. Maybe the next time we get to check out some armor, we can check out that one. Nameless King. This is also a new one. I haven't seen much of that one yet. Plate Mailed Executioner. So there you have all the tough, hard to get setups here. 1 Legionnaire. Hopefully everybody's getting away from everybody running Legionnaires. All right, so we're splitting up our setup here. Here's a partial Darkula, partial Paladin. Wow, we got a very different build here in Incinerator. All right, well, very different build. So, but still running partial Eclipse. So it does seem like this is going to be part of the meta. Exactly how you do it is potentially up for debate. Not sure. My squad certainly is not meta these days. I am fairly on the weak side. Many people are nearing endgame, I'd say, where they got fully maxed out everything, unless they're trying to purposely stay low. And because of that, my squad just really is not able to compete most of the time. I'm still fairly strong, but I am very quickly becoming out of date. So I'm gonna have to do some work on that. So back to our set here. So this is just the default gear that I was given. You know, we can't really change anything when we're borrowing something from the game itself. So what we have is just the basic stun. I haven't really tried to add any items to these. Nothing special there, nothing special there. I'm not going to add any gems in here. Increased armor and restoring health. So to make a fair fight, or a fair test, I'm going to have to try to find something that is a 1-for-1, because if we compare here to what we have for our Annihilator, not really fair, because we got full gems going, and we got all the runes going as well, so not a fair comparison. But with that said, we're going to start there with that kind of a comparison. So let's go to Squad Challenge. We're going to fight myself, and I'm sure I will lose because it's not really fair. So we'll go find our Oracle here, swap them out for Maddie. We'll just start with this one first of all, and then we'll do some other tweaking. All right, so let's give that one a shot. We'll slow it down a little bit. We might even go much less so we can actually see what kind of work is going on in slow motion. Ooh, slow down. Because with all this going on, I always find it really difficult to try to calculate everything that's going on. So our test squad here is on the left. We're out front trying to do restores. We're actually hanging in there pretty good. I'd say we're hanging in there really good. Obviously our Eclipse is down right at this point, so now we're not really even testing anything that is related. Guess we can speed it up at this. Oh, here we go. Eclipse is back up again, and nothing to do. All right, well. All right, are not completely naked, but not super usable. I should change the name so I don't get confused by looking at that. Eclipse set took care of Maddie over there, so where did all of our work come in from? I got to rename all these. As I've been getting my talents, I just go ahead and swap them for somebody who got the talent, and I didn't really adjust anybody's name, so all my names are all messed up for everybody. But Evan, who actually used to be my archer here, my ranger, who was not even being used anymore, is now, you know, who used to be the Executioner of Light. It's just a big old mess. But anyway, the names are kind of screwy anyway. So anyway, Evan does most of the damage, which I still like to use my Bane. It's very, very useful. And I did bring in my other ranger into my squad. I've been having pretty good results with it, considering. I've always liked having multiple rangers in my squad, so it's been archers. Sorry, get the wrong game going. I definitely like that. Let's go ahead and try that again, just to make sure it was not just a one-time thing. I'll just do exactly the same, and then we'll start switching some things out. So edit this squad. That's the same. This is what we started with, so I got to edit it again, it looks like. Alright, let's see if we can make it 2 in a row. Save that and we'll do the battle again. So the tank didn't do a lot of damage. Right now, my Annihilator does do quite a bit of damage, so that is definitely a change where it's more of a support unit and just kind of lasting, which is what I usually want for my tanks anyway. And then you have other people doing damage, so that actually setup works more with how I design my squads anyway. And this time it's a lot closer of a fight here, and it looks like we are done. It's very close though. Oh, no, we're still going. Let's speed it up a little bit here. Alright, now we're done. Definitely a close fight that time. But unfortunately, the Oracle is dying really quick without having the gems in there and extra life and things like that to make them last longer. And what is this? That's probably not even a good option to use there anyway. Should switch that out for something else. Still, I'm impressed. If we would do some work on there, I think that would look a whole lot better. Let's go ahead and swap that item out for a moment. What else do we have here? Anything worthwhile? Dark Ritual. Seems like that could be useful, but I don't see anybody using it. What is this one? The closest enemy. The closest enemy takes 120,000 physical damage for 4 seconds. If the target dies, it is renewed on the nearest fighter. That seems like that could be useful. Oh, this is our new one here. Crushing Boulder launches a boulder that applies effect on the fight under the fight for 2 seconds. That's just too much work to figure out right now. Whatever, we'll just stick with this. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's try some other stuff here. Let's go. We'll just take a bunch of stuff out. Okay, so we'll have one tank in the front. We'll have you here in the middle for a mage, and then one guy in the back. So we got 3 people. Alright, so unfortunately that means nothing else was reset. Let's see what our little tiny squad can do against somebody else here. Probably nothing, but let's take a look. Looks like we're spending most of the time stunned here, not really able to do anything. Yes, that was not productive at all. We're gonna go make one change. Okay, let's put you up there and try that again. Get rid of all those stuns. Alright, now we got 12 million versus 13 million. But more importantly, we have stun protection. Yeah, unfortunately, not having... This isn't a good proper setup with... we might pull off the win on that one yet. Oh, full squad restore. Might be in trouble. Oh, we got it. Nice. Without getting our Eclipse all set up with much stronger gems and stuff, it's not really a fair comparison. But, you know, the goal for this would be stay alive, keep other people alive, and then let my damage dealers do a lot of damage. So what kind of restoring? They're supposed to do a lot of restoring, only 3%. That's nothing. But they didn't live long enough for that, so... I don't think he did a whole lot of stunning either. Or I think it was a she. I don't think she did a lot of stunning. I don't know. I guess I can't really truly test it, but from what I'm seeing, it's not very fair. Let's find a better way to test this. Alright, we will go test against myself. So we're going to do this one. Our tank and our weaker damage dealer. We'll put Evan in there. And not you. I think I have too many people in here. One, two, we got 2 people only? Okay, 2 people. So we're gonna try this one. Squad challenge. This against, who do I don't know if I got Executioner of Light, and I don't have much set up on Executioner of Light here. There we go, pretty naked as well. So this is a more fair comparison here, so let's try this one. Then we got tank and tank, and then ranger and ranger. Well, I gotta say, that's not looking very good either. Oh, I was looking at the wrong side. That's it's looking really good. Lovely. Alright, so we got good damage on that one. Lots of restoring, obviously, which is the point. 470,000. Hold on. Yes. I was right the first time. So our Executioner Light did really well, actually. Our Eclipse did not do so fantastic at all. They both have the same epic talent of only epic, that is. Alrighty, let's try that again. Well, hopefully you guys are getting a little bit more out of this than I am, because from what I'm seeing, I haven't been as impressed as I would have liked to have been with this set yet. Especially considering what you need to do to get it, and if you do expeditions all the time, it's not that much work, but if you don't do expeditions, let's actually try this one first. If you don't do them all the time, then it takes a lot of work, obviously, to get to that point. So from what I'm seeing, I'm not sure it's going to be worth going for that extra effort. But obviously everybody in the top is using it, so there's obviously something I'm missing here. Alright, so we got our assassin going there doing its thing, which I've never been a fan of my assassins ever. Assassin, there we go. So we won that one, that's good. So we finally won one. defeat, but obviously we're trying to test the Eclipse over here, so that's good. A little bit more healing, not nearly as much as I would think though. Taking a lot of damage. Let's try a couple different setups. Let's go ahead and put in one of our Dark Kulas. And put in an extra one in the middle here. So we'll stick with 3 just for now. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. All right, well. Okay, well, we'll test that against this one. This is what I meant to do. I suspect we should be able to win this one. There we go. Fairly easy fight, as we expected. That was not the test I meant to do. Not really a fair fight, obviously, on that one. 1 second, I need to sneeze. Alright, maybe not. Alright, let's go do this the way I meant to do it. Let's take you out of here. Still haven't fully found the Legionnaire build that I like. I'm glad to see that people are not just doing 2 and 3 Legionnaires anymore. Was never a fan of that. Definitely liked sticking with the Rangers in the back, which is why I'm still running that, but I still have a hard time beating that build. Okay, so let's try that versus, I don't know, let's just put Bane in there, why not? Oh, up front. We'll do power in the middle versus power in the back. Power in the middle looks like the way to go. Alright, so both times, let's see, on our Ashbringer here, we have way more healing going on, including the one with our Dark Kulu is also doing healing. On this side, we didn't have anything going on. No healing at all. I guess I'd have to slow it down. I mean, we can just go watch a replay and see it. It's hard to see all of that actually happening during the action here. One more fight. Last one here. We're going to do 1 for 1. Exactly the same on both sides. I'm going to slow it down to half. See if we can actually see the healing going on. Obviously, this is what I should have had on the whole time. But even this, there's just too much to... You really have to slow it all down to get it all. Now we can see some of the healing going on. You know what, let's just do that exact same thing one more time since we actually saw the numbers coming in on that time. will say I did expect the heal numbers to be a little bit larger based on the set build.
Yay.
And last time, just doing a mirror match. Still too hard to read all of those numbers coming in, except at the end when there's not nearly as many people in here. Well, 2 times in a row that side is won now. So not much heal on either side. Lots of taking all the damage, which is what we would expect, or not all, 50%, whatever. Darkula, about the same damage on both sides. Way more healing on the left. Way more restoring, or way more damage taken on the left. Way more restoring on the right. And then obviously Tom just put the hammer down on both sides. Lots of damage. Lots of restores on the left as well. So, yeah. I don't know. Obviously, there's a lot of people using this build. Obviously, it's a good one. I just wasn't able to test it properly without getting the right gear, I guess, and not having full gems and things like that on. So don't take this as anything. I mean, you can draw your own conclusions. Obviously, hopefully, you're able to see something in those fights, and see if it's really something you want to go for or not. For me, I'm not going to necessarily be hurrying to get to that point, considering what I saw here. But I am looking for some other areas of motivation to drive interest in this game. So maybe something like that, learning a new area in the game like expeditions, would be something for me to do. So maybe that will be a path I go down just to keep interest going in the game. So we shall see. All right, so hopefully I will be back again sooner than the break from the last time, because that was pretty bad. So not sure what we're going to be covering. You know, the way events go, we got events every month, so more than likely there's an event coming in the next week or two. I will definitely be back by then, if not sooner. And until then, this has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.